everybody. This is Mutt that I have with me on the call. They are a Houston band and they are a grunge punk band. So nice to see you guys. You're all here. Thank you.
It's nice to see you as well.
It's good to see you.
I have seen you guys several times already, and you seem very new to the scene. Am I like when did you form Mutt? That's my question.
Mutt formed in the middle of quarantine because I was tired of starting bands that didn't do anything. So I just told Nate that we should start jamming together, and then I finally got Daniel to start. And then we just started playing shows downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah? When you said during the pandemic you started the band, and then when was your first show?
I think June or July 2021 is when we first got into the scene, and we got made contact with the pipes, stuff like that.
Okay, just like I thought, super fresh.
Yeah.
Because I know I wouldn't have missed you guys if you were out longer than that. We have to address the elephant in the room here. You guys sound a lot like Nirvana. I'm sure you get that a lot.
Yeah,
all the time.
You guys sound like them a lot, and I know you probably get that a lot too. So what do you bring to the table as far as I guess a new generation grunge punk band? What do you bring to the table as a new generation band with that sound?
I primarily write a lot of the music, and I've never really tried to write grungy or anything. I've just always been a very angsty and angry person when it comes to making music and art.
Yeah.
I always really liked and resonated with a lot of 90s groups and like early Seattle sound bands and hardcore punk bands. And that was just the type of music I wanted to make. And I mean, Quinn, all he would listen to was just Black Flag and Descendants and Nirvana. So I don't think it was really something we tried to do. It just kind of happens.
Just our influences kind of made our sound very derivative.
But bringing something new, I guess Daniel probably brings the most flair to the band, being he adds a lot of funk and jazz to the bass lines that
and actual
yeah.
Yeah, I have more of a, I guess, jazz background, which I guess has an interesting way of kind of melding in a weird way with their more grunge background. Of course, I do listen to Blink a lot. I listen to Nirvana, not as much as they do, not anywhere near close. But yeah, I think that's kind of one thing we have to bring is that we kind of meld, that earlier style of grunge and then I guess I try to introduce either newer ideas or introduce jazz concepts.
That's really cool. I've actually I haven't interviewed every single band in the scene, of course, but so far I haven't really met anyone conversationally that has mentioned jazz and morphing it with their sound in this, this general genre. So that's very different in a creative spin. How do you guys feel about being compared to Nirvana? I know that that's obviously not your only influence, but the sound is so similar as a huge Nirvana fan myself. So how do you guys feel about the comparison? I'm sure it's repetitive for you.
Personally, it's the first few times it was pretty cool because man, we sound like Nirvana, badass. And then after the 12th time, I was like, do we sound like anyone else? Anybody else?
With me, it's more I've always looked up to Kurt and really related with him heavily. So at first, being compared to Nirvana and Kurt was a really big compliment to me. And no matter what, it will always be a compliment to me. But it started to get to me. It's why is everything I make being compared, or do I have to live up to that big comparison? And I just try to be myself and do what I want to do. And I like what we've done so far. So I'll just keep doing that.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely get like they said. I don't think there's been a show where someone didn't come up to me and mention either that we sounded like Nirvana or that Nate looked like Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
This happens.
Yeah.
I've never had a show where one of those things didn't happen.
Yeah.
Or both. And obviously it's nice being compared to such a successful and talented group. But at the same time, we are trying to do our own thing. So it's gotten pretty tiring.
Yes, we've started to alter our sound just a little bit so that we won't be compared as much. Just in case we ever get big, people are like, yeah, but they're just kind of ripping off Nirvana, aren't they? That would be really annoying. So,
Yeah, I don't want to be like the Greta Van Fleet of Nirvana.
Yeah, right. So I should have asked this before, but like, what are your names? I know Nate, and what were your names for everybody else too?
I'm Quinn, and
I'm Daniel.
So Quinn and Daniel and Nate. Okay, cool. So yeah, everybody, this is mine. So my next question was kind of about that. Like, what are your particular goals for the band? I know that you're probably going to be changing up your sound every now and then, given all of the influences you have. And I'm really curious where you guys could go with the jazz influence. Like, that's very interesting. So do you have any particular goals set already, or are you just looking to have fun, make music, play shows?
So, the goal I've set out for myself is to be successful enough to where I don't need to even think about going to college or have a job. I just need to play drums. That's where my mind's at right now. That's the goal.
Yeah.
I don't know about these two, though.
For me, you know, my main goal is just to have fun. Making music has always been like my main outlet, and it's been what I've wanted to do since I can remember. And I just, yeah, I want to create and just never stop creating and keep going and evolving in a way that's new and fresh, but not too much. But like goals for the band, I mean, after our project comes out soon, we're like, for our next project, we're wanting to, you know, implement more, you know, hardcore elements and just make things a little bit heavier, have more of an abrasive edge to them. Just because
heavier.
Our music taste has kind of moved.
Yeah, it's definitely moved heavier, especially with your vocals.
Yeah.
Your vocals have gotten way heavier in recent times, and people during shows can definitely tell.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed the change you've done with your vocals personally.
Same here. I will second that. What do you guys want the public to know about you as a new band, a new fresh band in the underground scene? I know that you are looking to venture out, definitely. Even though you love us, you love all of us in the scene, but like, what do you guys want everybody watching to know about your band, to listen to your music, to even just check you out live?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
I guess the thing I want people to know most about us is that we're pretty badass, so you should definitely come check us out.
Yes, they are. They are.
Obviously, listen to our music. Daniel has a different music thing going called DM64.
Yeah, I have that whole thing.
He's a video game composer.
Yeah, that's a whole other.
Really?
You know, aside from I've been like doing a whole other side project that's just been
Video game music.
That's really cool, dude. That's really, really cool that you do that. It seems like you bring a lot of different levels to Mūtt, it sounds.
He's brought in like cello and a lot of orchestral stuff as well.
So do you guys have any of that sounds in any of your music, like any cello or anything?
On Lemon Haze, we have cello, like the second half of the song?
Yeah, the second half we utilize a lot of cello. On Down?
Yeah, Down. It's not out yet.
Yeah, Down, which is not out yet. Which was the first song that we wrote, including cello. Yeah, so I guess that's another thing I bring. I through like middle and high school, I played like in a classical setting, so I can sort of play the cello a little bit.
Also, people really notice when you bring a full fucking cello on.
Yeah, it's pretty noticeable. Yeah.
It is. Everyone, when you're setting up, everyone's just like, wonder where this is going to go. It's either good or bad.
Most of the people
it's either good or bad.
And corpse makeup weren't really prepared for the cello.
Yeah, it wasn't.
We still got them turned there.
Yeah,
that's good.
You have a couple of singles creeping around the corner, and let's talk about the one on the way that hasn't been released yet, Bad Seed. We did give everybody a tiny, tiny bit of a clip, but that is set to drop on January 28th, correct?
Yep.
So what was your favorite part about recording this one?
Um, so this song is like one of the first songs we really like wrote and like really liked. Back in 2020, we recorded a 3-song like demo tape with a band called Pet Fish from our area, and Bad Seed, Cage, and another song called White Noise were the songs that we did, and we ended up just sticking with them because we liked them that much. Mm-hmm. So these were like probably the easiest time recording these, just because we've been doing them for so long. But it was mainly, it was just crazy finally hearing it really high quality and just actually hearing the song done after like 3 years of having the demo ready and just showing that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I hated recording that shit. That sucked.
The song, Bad Seed, or
Kyle made me drum for like the entire day.
Takes are great though.
Yeah.
So you're talking. So I saw that you guys had it recorded by Kyle Jackson, the guy from Excidium, right?
Yeah.
Such a homie. Love Kyle. Love Excidium. That's really cool. I love it when local bands just kind of like merge and work with other bands that are doing other things. It's really, really cool. Well, glad he made you do that. I'm sure it was for a good reason. So you don't
Arguable.
like recording? That's not your favorite part about making music, is the recording?
I love recording. Kyle made it harder. I love Kyle. Fuck that guy though.
Shout out Kyle. He's gonna make you do it so much harder after probably saying that. So
yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
we definitely couldn't have gotten as far as we have been without Excidium or Septic or the Half Pipes just giving us a lot of chances. So we really got to give a lot of thanks to them.
Yeah, I fucking love those guys too.
We like our label Red Sun. We like hit Kyle up like a year ago to record, and he gave us a deal. And then after I think Diego from the Half Pipe saw us, they offered us a record deal and have been extremely supporting and helping us in every way they can that is worthwhile to us.
And that's Red Sun Records?
Red Sun Records, yeah.
And that is from who again? From Half Pipes?
Yeah,
Diego?
so it's like Diego from the Half Pipes, Ian from Septic, Kyle from Excidium, and a few other people that I don't know for sure, but those are the 3 names I know are usually involved with a lot.
Mainly doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's really cool. I had no idea. So, speaking of other local bands, what are like other bands that you guys love listening to locally or seeing live?
I really, really like Strange Joy. And I don't know if they're like Houston local, but I know they're from Texas.
Yeah.
What is that band with the guy? Is a bass player who never wears a shirt?
El
Jumbotron.
Yeah.
I love El
Yeah.
Jumbotron.
You're talking about my husband, yeah.
Yeah, I love there's
yeah, he never wears a shirt.
I love watching the Half Pipes because they play a lot of the punk songs that I love and just all of their music.
Yes, those guys are crazy fun to play. Crazy fun to watch live. It's kind of like watching what do you call those people who do the acrobats and stuff like that? I don't know why, but seeing the Half Pipes kind of remind me like I'm watching that kind of thing. Yeah. They're just all over the place. So like, who's your next victim like to play a set with? Like someone you haven't played with yet?
Well, who is our next show?
Our next show is with Aberdeen. Aberdeen is Dead and Max Diaz at the end on the 27th. So actually the day before the single comes out.
Okay. Are those 2 local bands? I don't think I've heard of them.
Max is local, but Aberdeen is Dead is from Dallas. And they're in like another grunge sounding band.
I got that from the name Aberdeen is Dead. I give that. So that's pretty much it. And also my battery's fucking low. I could get by my charger. So I really, really cannot wait to hear the rest of your song. And everybody, it's going to be on their Spotify, but you guys have Bandcamp, no? Like what other ways that people can find your music?
Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, I guess anywhere you really find music, we're there. iTunes, yeah. except like physical. Obviously, we're not there yet, but
Yeah,
hopefully
we don't have any
soon.
physical releases yet.
Hopefully very soon.
Definitely make sure you get your music on iHeartRadio and everything so everybody can find you.
Yeah.
Every platform. Do you guys have anything to say to your fans that are watching right now about your show coming up?
Hopefully it won't be
You want to,
again.
Yeah, that would be cool.
what date is it? What date is it? And like,
It's January 27th at the end. Doors open at 6 and the show starts, I think, at like 7.
yeah. Okay. Wishing the best of luck to you guys, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna jam Seed as soon as it comes out. And I wish you guys the best of luck though with the show coming up and with your new single releasing. One more question though. Can we expect an EP really soon, like a full one?
Yeah,
yes.
very
Yeah,
very
for
soon.
sure.
Yes.
This year?
Yes,
Next year?
Very, very soon.
All right. Better not make any promises you can't keep, because I'm going to be looking for it.
Okay, we've been making these promises for like the past 2 years.
Yeah, it's been like 3 years.
Yeah,
We've been
no.
saying, new album, guys.
For sure, we are dropping something.
I'm
Hopefully this year.
so done with your shit right now, Quinn. I'm so done with your shit. Stop making promises you can't keep.
Yeah, cool.
But I will leave you guys at that. Everybody, make sure you go to Mutt's page. They are Band of Mutts on Instagram and on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Band of Mutts.
Yeah.
So make sure you go look them up, Mutts with 2 T's. And yeah, make sure you stay up to date on their music coming out. They are a fucking badass band. Make sure you go to their shows. If you cannot, keep up to date with their stuff on social media. All right, guys. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Yeah.
Bye. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Bye, guys. Have a good one.